It's story time. Once upon a time, specifically about a month before the 2024 US election, my wife told me at work that an old lady has put down $2,000 on Donald Trump winning the US election. After hearing that, I told her, you know what? We should put down $50 on Kamala Harris. Because in my mind, I was so confident that this election was going to be a close race, maybe even slightly leading by Harris. How was I so sure? I'm talking about the polls, the newspaper articles, the celebrity endorsements, the nation numbers, as well as their first debate. Of course, there are naysayers like Fox News saying that Trump is going to win. But who takes Fox News seriously, right? That's like saying take Sky News seriously. And it's where that Tucker Carlson person used to work. You can't take that news company seriously, right? So this election race is going to be a close one, right? During the election day, I got. I was shell shocked. How did that happen? Was I delusional? How did I fail so miserably? And here's the funny thing. I knew about, the social media echo chambers. Like I knew that my social media feeds would be filled with things that I wanted to see, not necessarily the truth. Yet I got it so wrong. After about 10 minutes of reflection, I've identified 3 red flags that led me to my downfall. So hear me out. First, I thought the news channels that I follow, such as like CNN, was credible enough. I thought it was either CNN or Fox News. And personally, I rather the former. And if I did get some news that favors Trump, I immediately thought it was some right wing propaganda. And why did I think that? And that leads to my second point quite nicely. I wanted Trump to lose. And so did my peers. Why? Well, he was a convicted felon. He cherry-picked the Supreme Court. He was indicating to pull funding from Ukraine and some other global commitments like, NATO, World Health Organization, and some of the climate change agreements. He was spreading false information during COVID. And most of all, he was a president before Biden. And was US any better? Now that's up for a debate, but probably not, because he was clearly voted out, right? So why would the population bring him back in? He's just going to lower taxes for his mates again and play some golfs, Like, do you think you can teach old dogs new tricks? And because of this, I've clearly ignored some signs, like the fact that people were betting like a lot of money on Trump, their own money on Trump. And some of my friends who's really into politics said Trump is going to win like by a mile. And mind you, he took a day off during that election day to watch the poll count live. Like he's that into it, right? And getting an opinion from someone like that, from a higher position of knowledge is very important because I just didn't care enough to investigate further. Like, I'm not an American. Like, I don't have the boots on the ground knowledge. Basically, I don't have any skin in the game. And I rather do other things than, looking into further and being more invested in it. So if I could summarize this whole experience in one sentence, it would be I've coerced my wife to bet on $50 on Kamala Harris based on information passed on by biased media outlets and my friends with a generous sprinkle of hope that Kamala would win because I don't really like Trump. So, what did I learn from all this? The lesson here is always get your wife to bet on money in case you lose. So, what did you think of all this? Do you remember a time when you were so sure that you'd get it right, but that wasn't the case? What made you make that mistake? Do you have a good solution? Are you going to refer me to Ground News? Leave it in the comments. And thanks for watching. Catch you later.